Hey guys, so I'm pretty sure that at some point in your life, either you have been in this position or you know someone who is in this position. Um, you start working because you just want to make some extra money. It doesn't have to be a lot, it doesn't have to be your career for the rest of your life, but you're just making money. That's why people work. But sometimes when we say, oh, I'm going to start this job temporarily just to make some money, but then as soon as something comes up, I'm going to, leave this job and pursue what I really mean to pursue. Well, sometimes a temporary job ends up being a permanent job. So, in a situation like that, when your options are limited and say no one in your field is hiring and those who are hiring pay minimum wage despite you being a college graduate, having the brains, you name it, you end up working for a long time in a situation like that, like for low wages. Let's say that access to education is not an option for you for whatever reason. Let's just assume that all possibilities are just out for you and you end up working on a low wage job. Well, how do we protect those who work a lifetime on low wages? What do we do for them when it's time to retire? How can we help them? Because I feel like that is not addressed in our current system. I may be wrong, but all I keep hearing is that, say, whenever it comes time for me to retire, I'm not going to really count on Social Security money. We'll see about that. But overall, I just want to figure out why it's all right and acceptable in this society that when someone works for decades and they're getting ready to retire, they can't count on decent money to retire despite having worked. To me, it it doesn't really matter just what kind of job you do. What matters is that you're putting time and the effort into something. You should be rewarded for it decently, especially if you do it for long term. So, not everybody is meant to be a physicist, not everybody is meant to be a doctor, not everybody is meant to be extremely successful. So, what can we do to not penalize those people who just don't make it? Like, say that I wanted to start a business, but I started, but I don't succeed at it, or I never have the means to start the business in the first place. So I am stuck at working with what I can afford to work at, which is low wages. Am I just condemned to be in ruins in the future? Like, I believe that I'm a person who's good with money. Like, I'm pretty responsible. I don't splurge on unnecessary things. I don't, um, I'm not ambitious like that, you know? Like, what I have, I'm satisfied with. So I feel like as long as I get a fair share for me to be able to afford what I need to keep myself alive, such as electricity, um, possibly clothes to replace anything that, tears up, um, utilities, communication like a cell phone, and a vehicle and what it means to own a vehicle, repairs, gas, um, insurance. There has to be a way that I'm guaranteed that when it comes time for me to not be able to work anymore and to retire, that I'll be fine, And, the older you get, the more medical attention that you'll need. So it's like because we anticipate that when you're older, you're going to have medical problems, that's why insurance is so high for people like that, especially if you already have pre existing conditions. So, how do we protect someone to just be able to live this decently when the time comes, you know? Because you don't want to spend all the money that you worked so hard to gather for your retirement and see all of that go on, say, a surgery of some sort. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, guys, I thought I would share that thought given that it just popped in my head like everything that I produce and talk about. Um, and I could not come up with a definitive answer. So I just wanted to see where you guys are coming from and what you think, or if what I said doesn't make sense at all and I'm wrong about feeling and thinking this way. So I would love to hear from you. I know that anytime I bring something like this up, I could research it, but I like to have a conversation about it and see what my brain can come up with on its own and then expand it. And if it's substantial, the progress that I make, then produce a video in which I say, hey guys, this is what I have discovered thus far and answered my question. So, anyways, feel free to jump in and share with me your thoughts and opinion. All right, see you soon. Thanks for watching.